What's up, fellas? Welcome to the garage. Today we'll be dealing again with some V6 engines. These two are of course Ford Cologne 2.9 liter engines, and what we'll be doing today is we're gonna measure the compression on all the cylinders we have here. I've used this engine in my Sierra Coupe for the whole racing season. Along with this engine, I've used the turbo kit, which I've designed and fabricated myself. And this is the turbo I've used. See? China special. Now what I want to do is I want to change the head bolts just as a precautionary measure before I go and raise the boost on this engine. You have to know that this for now is totally stock engine. All I did is I checked the main and conrod bearings down there, made sure they are still okay, then just went ahead, put a turbo on it along with the standalone ECU of course. And yeah, just sent it, you know. We were reaching about 0.7 peak boost, while stable boost was around half bar. As you can see here, I've also designed this adapter plate, but this is whole another story, which I will cover in some other video. But anyways, to change the head bolts, obviously I have to disassemble the heads, this intake manifold and everything around there. But before I go around doing that, I'm really curious about the condition of this engine overall. So as I said, we'll be measuring the compression on this engine. This is very important information for me also, because like that I will know if the heads need rebuilding maybe, and if all the valves are sealing correctly. If the compression results are fine, I won't be even removing the valves. I will just slightly pour the heads on the intake and on the exhaust side as well, and pretty much just throw it back together. With the new bolts, of course. Also, I'll give the bearings another check and replace them if necessary. The next engine on the line here is a totally rebuilt one. This one I've already ported. I have used the stronger bolts here, gasket matched all the intake holes and everything, and of course used all new bearings and checked and honed the cylinders. So this is practically a newly rebuilt engine, and it will be interesting to see and compare the compression readings of these two. We have to know that this one hasn't even been broken in, so that will also be interesting to see how this break-in process actually affects the compression reading. So without further ado, let's get to testing. We'll need a battery here, some cables of course, and a cable with a switch. The switch isn't necessary, but it comes in very handy. Next, of course, we need some compression measuring kit. This is a quite cheap and simple setup, but it works fine. How we're going to do this is I'm going to pull the plugs one by one and measure the compression on each of the cylinders, while leaving the spark plugs in all the other cylinders. Also, I'll grab a piece of wire or something and make sure that the throttle butterflies will be open all the time. Let's just make sure we're not in gear. Okay, that's that. Now we can start with the measuring. I think the battery is kind of weak, so I'll try using the other one. But anyways, the results are more than promising. Check it out, I think I heard some leaks and we still got 11 bar. That's a quite high result, because this is a kind of a low compression engine. The static compression on this engine is 9:1, so this is very high actually. Okay, let me change the battery and we'll proceed. Yeah, 11 bar. Once again, 11 bar. Another time, 11 bar. But this battery is also not the best. I think we're running out of juice again, because the engine is spinning slower and slower. Another battery change. $12 bar. And another time, 11 bar. Alright, so the results are in. Now let's go and check the rebuilt motor. $11. $11. Tako ja, pospravljamo. $11. Alright guys, so there we have it. All the results are in. If we take a little look into my notes here, on the coupe engine, that's this one, the black block one, we got these results. 10, 11, 11, 11, 12 and 11. Those are pretty consistent and actually pretty good. Again, both of these have a compression ratio of 9:1, so these are all good results. For comparison, this sapphire beige block engine, which by the way will be going into Sierra Sapphire here, has been totally rebuilt, the heads, the cylinders and everything. And these are the results we got. 11, 11, 10.5, 10.8, 10.8, 10.8. Again, these are very good results. I'm very happy about this. So what do we make of all these results? That an engine rebuild isn't really worth it? In actuality, it depends. This engine has mixed water and oil, and I really wanted to do a thorough rebuild, you know? So I make it really efficient and reliable. On the other hand, this engine is a very low mileage engine, so it makes sense that it stayed in spec. The valves and the cylinder bores seem to be sealing perfectly, so why fix it then? If it works, don't fix it, right? And this concludes this video. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just start disassembling this engine. First the gearbox, then the heads and everything. I'm gonna put it on engine stand, check the bearings again, etc. But anyways, if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe for more. It's totally free. I'll see you in the next one. Be good!